TV show at gmail.com. So where he said, she said TV show. Follow, subscribe anywhere we are on all different social media platforms. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Riverside, we're on Spotify. So follow us, okay? So my name is Romeo the Professor, and
I'm Rob. And don't
that's
forget to
Rob.
share,
You can't.
guys. Don't forget to share.
What did he say, Rob?
Don't forget to share. Once you subscribe, don't forget to share. A lot of people need to hear these topics.
Okay, so just to let y'all know, as you look at me as I'm on here, I'm also on Riverside doing a podcast. So you're looking at me doing a podcast also. So this will be our very first episode of He Said, She Said, Red Flag, Green Flag that we're launching on Twitch, where we will debate relationship, wild confessions, freaky questions, and straight up flag behaviors. When we say flag behaviors, meaning is it a red flag or is it a green flag? And Rob here will say, is it a red flag and is it a green flag? We will also have women that wrote us and gave us their viewpoints also. Okay. So I am your host, Romeo the Professor, and tonight we'll talk, sprinkle, sprinkle, whether it's red flag, green flag, and Rob will be giving his opinion on dialect, on things like that. So, Rob, the first one I will do is I have this video that I want you to hear. I'm going to press it. So you tell me if you can hear it. It's about a guy that said that his friend is a 65-year-old man and he went to Cuba and got him a wife. Just listen. We're going to listen for 30 seconds. Listen. Tell me if you can hear it. 1 second. 1 second. Let me run. Let me rerun it so you can hear it. Give me 1 second. Ready?
My next door neighbor
Can you hear?
Cuba.
Yeah.
And he's about, I think he's like 65 years old. And I walk out one night, and there's this young girl there. She can't be older than maybe 23, 24.
Okay, stop there. So he's saying his neighbor is 65 years old, just like Shannon Sharpe, over 56, 65, and he sees a young lady at the house about 23 years old. First of all, let me ask you a question. Is that age appropriate? Is that bad? Or is that okay? What's your thought process on that?
Well, my thought process, I always say, if a woman is 18 years old, she's legal. If she's old enough or he's old enough to go to war and get killed, they're all legal. If they're able to smoke cigarette, because cigarette give you cancer, but they cannot drink until they're 21. So when it comes to dating, I don't have a rule as per parallel to drinking. It's about smoking cigarette that gives you cancer or going to war that can physically kill you at the age of 18. So anything that's opposite from what I'm saying as far as age wise doesn't make any sense to me, because if you're gonna give
Okay,
yourself
all right, so
to
let's
war,
go. Okay, and so in other words, you say if they're over 18, they could get it.
100%. If they're able to go to war and get killed, they can get it.
So 65, 18, you don't got a problem with it.
118, I have no problem with it.
And some ladies that's listening to this will say, oh, if it's your daughter, you wouldn't say that. So if your daughter with a man, if you have a daughter, she's 18 and she's with a man 65 years old, you can say, good to go.
Well, I'm a type of individual. Don't judge me because my dependent or anything like that. Once my daughter was pregnant at 17, I said anybody that's 18 years old, any a beautiful woman that's 18 years old, by any mean, if they're all single and they're like me, there's no restriction. 18 years to whatever. If a man is 18, a woman that's 100 years old can date. If a man
Okay, all right.
is 100, a woman 18 they can date
Okay,
as
so
long
let's
as they
continue
go to
listening.
war.
Let's listen. Let's listen.
Said, hey, who's the girl at your house? And he said, oh, that's my new wife. I went to Cuba and brought her over here. I said, what happened to your wife that was here with you? He's like, I got rid of that old hag.
Okay, so you heard him. The guy went to Cuba, 65 years old, married a 23-year-old woman, and replaced his older woman. You cool with that?
Yeah, 100%. Because like I said, women or like vehicles. Like one of the stuff that you sent to me. If the car is old and start breaking down, it's costing you too much, and it's working too slow, get rid of it, trade it in.
Okay.
Nagging me all the time. I went to Cuba and got me a pretty young girl. And I was in conversation with him. He said, I know she's going to leave me in a couple of years, which is fine. I'm going to go back home to Cuba and bring another one here. It's so.
Okay, so what you think about that? So he's 65 because most women will say, "Oh, the girl would just take your money. She's gonna take your money and leave you." And the older man say he knows that she's with him for the money. Once she leave, he's just gonna go to Cuba again, get him another 20 year old to 25-year old, and start the process again. Do you think that's red flag or do you think that's green flag?
I think it's 100% a green flag, but it's just I would go to another country. I would go to Colombia, somewhere like that, or Brazil, or Chile. Cuban or nice, but I prefer like more more like South America ish. But as far as like because women collect men number on the DM and all that, and just like people have hobbies that collect cars. I think
Mm.
men need to be smart enough too. They need to collect different women if they're not happy with who they're with.
Okay, let's go. Listen to listen.
The American women. And mind you, this man is about 65, 67 years old. And like I said, the girl turns out when I talked to him, an American woman who's 60. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep going back to think.
Okay, it's pausing up. Okay, so we leave that. Now, this is the guy you was talking about, Rob, that we're about to listen. He's the one that said he's at the gym. Listen to him.
Or like cars. You know, like get what you can afford. You want something, a new model, low miles, a few owners.
So he say women are like cars. You can only get what you can afford. You want few owners, low mileage, and a good model. Do you think that's true?
100%.
Like how I mean, okay.
Go for the fucking luxuries, the add-ons.
So you like the luxury add-ons, bolt-ons?
I mean, I used to like extra ass tits. I don't really care about it, even though if I try to titty fuck, it's just like something playful, but it's not something that's enticing to me. But I'm more into organic, natural. But I don't
When
like
you
the
say
extra.
organic, natural, like what is organic? What is natural?
Organic woman with no fake eyelashes, no fake hair. Be yourself. Nice titties, nice ass. Nothing extra. No extra. You see extra little bump side with it. And put the fat in. Nah, none of that. I like natural, organic woman. Just like I rather have one of them women that just braid their hair like old school, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of having fake hair and things like that, because it's like organic. Just like a hen, like I informed you, a hen is basically it's a small chicken that is raised natural with no steroid and none of that, and it's actually tastes better. It's smaller, but it costs more. But a lot of people think, oh,
Okay.
hen is
Okay. Let's
yeah.
finish listening to him.
Bolt-ons, all aftermarket shit. But you want to make sure it runs good, doesn't give you no problems. As soon as it starts whining and costing you a bunch of money, it's fucking slowing you down over and over, breaking down. You're like, I'm trading this bitch in.
Okay. So he said, soon as the car starts giving you problem, high mileage, acting up, you trade it in. So you believe that?
100%.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So.
It's what he's saying. Let me explain. What he's saying is the truth. Like it's to own a vehicle to have high mileage and all this and that. Don't get me wrong. If you rent a car, the car could have high mileage, but that with a lot of service. It's just like a prostitute. The prostitute might have a lot of high mileage, but they take care of the vehicle, make sure that thing is clear and safe, and you just using it temporarily, but not for longevity. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. Now listen to this. Now listen to this one. Okay, so listen to this one here. Listen to this one. This one is funny. Listen to this one. Ready? Go.
You guys going for your honeymoon? I think we're going to go to Colombia, right?
So this girl asks this guy and a woman, "Where y'all going for your honeymoon?" And she said, "I think we're going to Colombia."
Roy's uncle really sold us on it. Oh, what do you say about it? Oh, Colombia is amazing, guys. Okay, I've gone like at least 7 times. Roy, you in particular are too nuts. It is insane.
I didn't know you've been to Colombia that many times.
Oh yeah. No, I was like a long time ago. Just like really
Can you hear?
Yeah, it must be fun.
Yeah, I can hear.
fun is an understatement, Roy. Okay, it's amazing. It's incredible. It's literally going to blow your mind. All right, it's like a wet dream. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Well, like what kind of stuff do you do there?
Everything. They let you do.
Facts.
Everything.
Facts.
So where are you guys going for your honeymoon?
So let me ask you a question. Is Colombia amazing for real?
I mean, not only. I mean, you could look at my channel, my Instagram channel, or you know what I mean. And if you want to see the other part, you know, if you go to my Instagram, it'll lead you to that. It's liberating. I think it's going to Colombia. I think it's the closest thing to paradise. You know, it's highly liberating. You know, so man, anybody that been there that don't have if it's a male or women too, because women go out there to get some nice, good looking young man too, in Colombia
No,
because
women
yeah,
don't
some of
like
them
men
do.
don't have that much money, Rob, because then
I
they're gonna have
know
to pay.
women. You don't see. You think what you think them fat Black American or obese white girls
Oh,
going
I
over there?
don't go that hard.
You think they go over there for the food? Nah, they be with that young.
They
You
go
saw
there to
them.
get BBLs, get their body done.
That too, boy. You see them holding hand with a young Colombian. Well, we can't be judgmental. I know what it is, guys, because I know. Because women that with capital, they have like a little young man that I mess around with. There's nothing they should be ashamed of. You know what I mean? If men do it, women can do it too.
So
But it's just that
in other words, this is what you're saying for the three things that we talked about today. We talked about number one, how a 65-year-old guy it got married to a 23-year-old woman, and how another guy say women are like cars. As soon as it gets old and it's bothering you, things like that, you replace it. You get the car basically the level of car you can afford. And then this guy was saying that he wants to do his bachelor party in Colombia, or his honeymoon and his bachelor party in Colombia, because Colombia is amazing. So let me ask you this question. So with Shannon Sharpe, you see how all guys are turning against him? Let me ask you a question. What's the average age men you would say go to the strip club? The range.
range. I mean, from 21 to 48,
All
21
right.
to
Who's the
55.
one that really have the money?
The young drug dealers and also the man that's had a bad divorce, 35 years old to 46. They got most of
Okay.
the capital.
Okay. And what's the average age of a girl in a strip club?
18 and up.
Okay, don't say 18 up. That means 18 and 65. Like,
No,
what's the range?
from 18 to 32. Then after 32, they start going to church. They like pretend like they're deacon
Okay.
wives. They want to
Okay.
be deacon
Okay.
wives
Have you ever saw a guy in a strip club that's probably 55 years old, 60?
all the time.
Okay, and then you just now said that the average girl, if we was to do the age, the like you will find 32s, but on average, they're probably 18 to 24.
18 to 25 to the 32, the 20 after 25, they're starting to okay. Oh, I'm gonna repent, and they're gonna try to find a husband and
But
then
what I'm
act
trying
like
to say,
they're
if there's
innocent.
10 girls at the strip club and you average their age, what would be the average age?
From I would say from 19 to 25.
So let's just say 19 25. So you just say average age 24.
Okay, we'll go with 24.
Okay, and then okay, so all of the guys that's saying they wouldn't do what Shannon Sharpe doing, they lying. Because if you're going to a strip club and you're over 50 and you know the kids that's in a strip club is could be your daughter or your daughter age, and you're gonna go see them shake their booty, show you their vagina, show you their titties, go to the private room, get pat down. So they basically all the guys lying. Am I right or
Well,
wrong?
Romeo, they all lying. 99.99 plus 1% of those guys, which is more than 100% guys if you do the math. or lying. Remember when the Cat William came to Shannon Sharpe show, he was just like being judgmental. Oh, yeah, all of a sudden I caught him with a 19-year-old. They all do it. The only reason the guy the old that was talking about the old guy that was 65 and with a 24-year-old lady, the only reason that he's hating because his dick can't get on hard. That's the only reason a guy will be hate. Oh, so why would you left this one to go that? That's because they're either their dick can get on hard or they don't have enough money. But if you're a high value male, you will have a nicer, younger one, a younger woman. Even Bill Gates got rid of his old wife. You understand?
Okay,
All of them do.
awesome, awesome. So people, follow us, subscribe, follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on TikTok. If you find us on TikTok, you'll see all of our channels. On TikTok, you'll get the shorts. On YouTube, you'll get the longest. And on Twitch, we do live streaming. I'll let you know the time that we would do live streaming. I'm Romeo the Professor, and that's
I'm Rob.
okay.
Don't
So
forget,
we're
guys,
about to let's go.
subscribe, share, like, and you guys that don't like, want to hear your comment too. If you hate, let's hear the comments so we can participate. All right. Don't forget
Okay,
to
we're
subscribe, share,
out.
like.
All right, stay.